Welcome to RK Detailing, and today we're working from the office. I want to take this opportunity just to go over the ceramic coating company I work with, SystemX. Stay tuned. Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to go over some ceramic coating ins and outs with the company I'm certified with, SystemX. So bear with me. Got my glasses on, and I am just going to show you through the screen here some of the things to expect when I'm putting ceramic coating on the vehicle, why I went with this particular company. So we'll start here. So basically, SystemX started out not in automotive, but they started out in aviation. What it was is individuals and companies wanted a coating onto their surface where the exhaust was coming out of the helicopters, and that way it wasn't charring and burning the paint. So SystemX came up with a coating that would withstand plus 1,000-degree Fahrenheit. So actually, it's Elements 119, and SystemX is the marketing and the distribution of the product. So they've been at this for some time, 13 years going on, and they are for the most part pretty good quality. I've used some other brands. They're good if you want to get some coatings on there up to 2 years. Most of the brands out there I've seen over 2 years have not held, I want to say held up, but just didn't have high expectations of going past the 2-year mark. So, but that's SystemX in a nutshell. So they very and the thing of it is the other aspect of SystemX is their warranty. Now they have a 2-year, a 6-year, and a 10-year lifetime. The 2 years, the crystal, it's non-warranted. So it is registered with your Carfax, but it doesn't come with a warranty. It's not until you get up to the Pro and the Diamond and the Max. The Pro is your 6-year. That does go on your Carfax. That does come with a warranty. The Diamond is a very more higher end, high gloss, warranty lifetime. And the Max is the same as, it's similar to the Diamond, except you can use it on more aspects of the vehicle, such as not just the paint, but like your headlight lenses, your wheels. So when I go for a full ceramic on a vehicle, I go for the Max if they want to get everything covered. Especially on a brand new vehicle with these nice new aluminum wheels. And all your LED lights and your plastic trim. It goes on all the plastic trim, emblems, bezels on the outside, wheels, paint. The diamond covers the paint and the plastic trim, but it doesn't cover your wheels. So we'll just scroll on down here. And I'm not going to do much editing today. Been just super busy. So this is your warranty and the warranty terms. And the warranty covers against oxidation once the coating is on. So loss of gloss, oxidation, UV damage. And these next two are the big thing with me. UV damage and acid rain. And when I say acid rain, I'm talking about like here in the Midwest, in the Southwest, like Arizona, for instance. UV damage, the cars never see salt on the roads as we do in the Midwest. Our two biggest damaging factors are the salt, especially coming from the bottom side up, and even the salt dust getting onto the outside of the car. It's so caustic, it just eats these things worse than just a bad case of cancer. UV damage. When I've been out in the Southwest, the UV damage, you can just see the clear coats just get baked right off these cars, and you can see where it just recedes off over time. This is where a ceramic coating does help. Ceramic coating is another layer of having a clear coat on your vehicle. Therefore, if I had a good paint, whether I'm here in the Midwest or Southwest, I would get that on there, whether it's a 2 year or the Max or Diamond. But just give your vehicle some kind of protection. If you're looking to sustain that vehicle for a long period of time, like 5, 7, 10 years, if you're leasing a vehicle, I wouldn't do any more than vacuum and wash it, and that's it. If you know you're flipping the vehicle, again, I wouldn't put any of the ceramic coat on there. This is one thing about ceramic coating is I would never put it on a vehicle if they're looking to either be a flip vehicle or I'm just going to drive it for a year or two, then sell it and get something better. Then just wash and vacuum. I would not put a lot of product or effort into it unless you just want to get the interior really cleaned up good and get the paint looking good when you go to sell it at that stage. But during the time you're driving it, I would just do a regular, just clean maintenance on it. And like I said, I'm not here to push the ceramic, but I'm just here to tell you where it's applicable and useful. But you got to know when to draw the line and when it's a good investment. And like I said, SystemX, the warranty, the lifetime warranty on the Max, and the Diamond's lifetime warranty. You got a 6 year warranty on the Pro, and these are the conditions. The warranty coverage, it goes into many things, and I have to instill this on people that move towards purchasing this, is that you have to do an annual maintenance, and that is where you come back to the certified technician that put it on, and we just go and look for low spots or anywhere, usually just putting water on around the vehicle, see if anything, the water's still sheening and wiping clear of the vehicle. But what we do is we have touch up. So when someone comes in for a maintenance, I make sure I have a bottle of the touch up, and I'll recoat an area that may have worn down or went on thinly, because you can have low and high spots when it is applied, depending on a lot of it is the curvature of the vehicle, and just the way it was probably put on at the time. What's we going here? Moving along. And the big thing is they would like from the owner to maintain the vehicle in between annual inspections, and I give a list of a checklist of things that you should do to maintain your ceramic coat. If you're not going to bring it back and do a maintenance clean and wash through us, and you're going to do it on your own, then I have a list, and this is from SystemX, because this way they know they're within their guidelines of keeping the car within a clean maintenance. That way it's not neglected or gross neglected. So there's some exclusions here where they won't warranty it, and it's and a lot of it is let's put it into a few examples that I've looked into. If the vehicle is a commercial use vehicle, so if it's a contractor vehicle, if it's doing road construction, building construction, um, dirt, heavy haul, some kind of commercial application, the warranty is you don't get it. It's just they're not going to back it. They're more onto the daily driver vehicles. The other thing is getting in an accident. So they're not going to cover the panels that get wrecked and repaired and repainted, that is going to be up to your insurance company, or vehicle manufacturer, depending on whose fault it is. If it's if it's something that the manufacturer, they did a faulty paint job from the factory, or you got in an accident, that's where this product gets registered to your Carfax. When it's on the Carfax, the insurance company can see that it was professionally coded. So therefore, you can claim this on your insurance. So that way, like, it comes back to me and say, hey, the panels got um, replaced, repainted. And so the insurance company may even ask, what is it going to cost? And I can even give that estimate of what would cost to just cover those panels. So it's matched and mirrored. Or if the whole car has got to be redone, basically just give them that estimate. So it is all part of it. But that's the key thing, is when you get that coating on, I get it in with the Carfax, and it's registered at SystemX, and then you are good to go as long as you keep within the guidelines of the warranty. And I definitely can get you, when you get this coating on, that we provide the information so you know where you are within your rights of having that coating, and where you can and cannot make a claim. So, and I seen on here, in which was used to be a thing back in the day, is the clear coat failing was a big thing in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s. I think they've gotten better on that. So annual inspections, like I said, annual inspections here. That's where you just you want to get it in within that inspection date, because when we certify it with the Carfax, it is also at SystemX. They will, and I do also, send you an email, and you want to be within the 30 days before or after your annual date to get the inspection done. And most of those inspections on those are about $120, and that's basically going through, and this is just going through the vehicle on the exterior where the ceramic coating is, giving it a wash, looking it over, inspecting it, seeing if there needs to be touch up. And most of the time, what I do is I'll use either the top coat is their touch up, and the crystal. If everything looks good, then I'll just use the renew spray and put that across there to give you another barrier. And that's usually pretty good, up to 9 to 12 months, depending on the conditions the vehicle goes through. Like I tell people, we offer a maintenance program, 1 month, 2 month, 3 month. You can get it in and just keep it maintained that way. Usually you would never see these problems on your annual. So, and of course, we went over the limited liability of the claims. So, go up here. So, of course, like I had said, their product line, they started out in aviation. That's where all this came from, and it just went into the automotive side. But the Max, I really like the Max the most, because of with these new vehicle with their LED lights, the lighting, the plastic trim. You're able to coat all that besides the paint. And when you're saying like plastic trim around your wheels, along the bottom of the doors, up along the windshield, your grill, there's so much plastic up on the front of those. If you look at your Mercedes, your Lexus, Toyotas, boy, that's just one big hunk, one piece of plastic up there. And that's what I like about that. So you get everything, the grill, the bezels, the inserts around the headlights, everything. That the Max covers all this. The Diamond, I suggest a Diamond a lot if you've got a car that is more of a say a supercar. Um, your Lambos, your Ferraris, a nice Mercedes that you're taking it out every once in a while. You're not driving it in the elements. It's not a daily driver, but you can still use the Diamond. But this is where I more or less tend to push on that, or a classic muscle car, something that you have a lot more paint and less trim and stuff like that. Again, there's the 6-year Pro. We put that on the Ford Fusion. That has been turning out good. Now, the one thing with the ceramic coating, when we put the Pro on the Fusion, when it snowed and the ice freezing, like freezing rain, ice buildup on there, literally go out with a what we have is like a snow brush or something to just brush the snow off. It literally just wiped right off. It never froze and adhered to the paint. It literally, when you went out there, because it was sitting on there, but when you went to push it off, it just fell off. It slid right off like it was like there was a barrier of grease or something under it. Just slid right off. Never adhered to the paint or the glass, and that was really nice. That was really nice to hear and see that. The extreme, that is more of your marine, um, for the corrosive salts and UV rays, stuff like that. So the marine, we have a lot of that with the Great Lakes around here, but haven't used it yet. So the verdict's still out. The glass, I've used that quite a bit. Um, and that is a process. I've got to redo one. I'm not going to kid you. One customer was not pleased with it. So I am actually backing that on my own. And I just want them to be happy. The Revive from SystemX is basically taking old faded trim. Now, I think the biggest ones I see out there is like your Chevy Avalanche, like a pickup, suburban converted pickup. That plastic goes from like a black to a gray to a white almost, and this stuff will bring it back into that new factory form of looking new black. So this works really well. I've only used it once, and that was just on the plastic on the top of the bumpers, and just on a Dodge Ram. So that actually worked out really well. That's the renew. I keep that because if it doesn't, if a, a maintenance, I want to say an annual inspection doesn't need any um, top coat or crystal, to say maybe a door panel or something is just, it didn't take right and it's wearing thin, I'll cover it with that. But if everything's looking solid all the way around, I'll use the renew and give it a nice coating of that. And then, of course, the interior. We've got some videos coming up. I've got 2 new vehicles that are getting maxed. They're getting the interior. So this is going to be each vehicle. It's going to be a full day on each vehicle, because we're just going to do a one-step polishing because they're brand spanking new. Just ordered them. They're probably only going to been driven about 1 month by the time I get the ceramic on them. And that's the crystal. That's usually the go-to for most people, with contractors, daily drivers, people that are probably like, I'm probably going to keep the car anywhere from 2 to 5 years. And then I say, if you're going to be under 5 years, just put the crystal on. It gives you some good protection. It'll definitely keep that paint robust and luster as far as the gloss and all that. And the wheel. A lot of you folks like to go out when you get new vehicles. The first thing they want to do is put on some accessories. And usually the wheels and tires are the biggest accessories. So I can just single out and say, I don't need the whole car, but I just spent, thousands of dollars on these wheels. Definitely can get this taken care of. This is good up to 2 years, of course, because of the brake dust, and the wheels are right there at the road. They're taking the brunt of everything. But we can definitely do that, and you're going to see that on the Toyota Highlander. I am taking the wheels off, and I believe I'm doing it on the Hyundai Santa Fe that I'm doing too. We're taking the wheels off, and we're going to coat those, but that's going to be with the Max. The Max will also cover the wheels along, just like the wheel covering ceramic here. But we're going to be taking wheels off, and I'm doing the inside and outside of them. So that's that. So care and all that is, like I said, I send you out with a brochure of care, proper care. So curing process, they say 2 to 4 hours for drying, and then about 6 hours. You can go out and drive it. Uh, the coating usually takes two to 3 days. What I tell people is this, and this is working with not just SystemX but others. Don't get it wet for the first 24 hours. Just rain if it's out in the rain or anything like that, because there's enough acid in the rain coming out of the sky that'll leave your water spots and etching. You don't want any of that the first 24 hours. And I say don't wash it with any soap. Detergents just don't do a wash for 72 hours. So that's your 3 day. So there. And then of course, like I said, I give you the sheet to preventative stuff. Especially like if you got bird droppings, if you're parking under a tree, anything like that. Car washing techniques. Um, this is their minimum guideline of keeping your car maintained on the finish, inside and out. How to dry it, water spots and dropping, and how to remove that. So some people have said to use some vinegar, water and vinegar mix 50-50, or depending on the severity of like the tree sap or what have you. I've not had that problem, but they give that suggestion, especially for the people that, I don't want to say they're DIYers, but they don't normally clean their vehicles at their house. A lot of people are in situations where they're not allowed to wash their vehicles, either in an apartment complex or they are in a HOA facility, where you're limited. So, what not to do and don't do. So, and of course, everything here, like I said, I have a sheet that I set on the front seat with the vehicle after I explain everything. With the ceramic coat, they say that with like your Diamond Max and Pro, you can go through like a tunnel wash, this and that. Just where was it? Right here. Automatic car wash. Always go to a touch-free wash. I'm sorry. Using automatic car wash with brushes will void your warranty. So what they're saying is what the automatic car wash is, don't run it through. Like I told you, don't go out and wash your vehicle if you got it dirty in the first 72 hours. So if you run it through the automatic car wash right away, you got a good chance of destroying or wearing out that before it has a full cure time. Um, Automatic car washes, I understand that if you're in the southern southwest states, yeah, you're better off getting a hand or touchless wash. Up here in the Midwest, it is so darn hard. There's very few touchless washes. I would recommend that first. But a lot of these brush tunnel washes, they're all over the place because they also have the bottom blast. You've got, I've seen on my vehicles having snow like 6 inches where the tires are just rubbing because the snow is packed from the wheel well right against the tire. It is that bad here. And it's just hard to get that out. And even trying to use a spray or a hand wash or a sprayer wash at a self-serve car wash, that is also harder because they usually turn the water off. Some of them are shut down for the winter because of the freezing of the pipes and jazz like that. So just have a plan of how you're going to maintain your vehicle in inclement weather. That's why I have a heated shop. I can take it on to an extent. After that, if you got a very big vehicle or commercial vehicle, yeah, you're going to have to probably go to a more of a commercial wash, and then your annual inspections. When I say commercial wash, there's like truck washes and all that. There's a lot of people that have commercial like those Sprinter vans and all that. A lot of those, unless they have a heated shop that I could go to, a lot of them don't fit in my shop. So you got to be pretty extreme though. As you could see in that one video, I was able to get that Duramax diesel in my shop. Okay, But once we get bigger than that, I can get up into a dually in there. But after that, then we got to look at another way of doing this. But there's your annual inspections. So I am very, very pleased with um, SystemX for the most part. And just minimize this here. Very, very pleased. So if you have any questions or concerns, put them in the comments. But for the most part, I wanted to go over and just give you some insight of that. I highly recommend. My vehicles are ceramic coated. Um, I it's easy to wash, easy to maintain, and the resale. The biggest thing with that is on the back side. It just shows when you get that protection on your leather, your cloth, your upholstery, your paint, your trim, so your trim doesn't bleed out. Um, when you're you know you got a better resale, especially when you go to sell it. It's easier to clean and get it ready to sell uh, down the road, and you'll be a lot happier, especially when it's tagged on the Carfax. Because when people are being more diligent now, especially on a newer used vehicle, they want to know, because these vehicles aren't getting cheaper on the used side, let alone the brand new side. It's an investment. It is pretty much up there with buying a house now. Pretty darn close. I mean, it's there. So I respect people when they come with their vehicle. I don't care if it's a 10, 12, 15-year old vehicle that's still a daily driver. They want it detailed. I'm detailing it, and I'm going to give them the utmost attention to their vehicle, no less than the person that comes in with a higher end G wagon or such. I want to give everyone equal. I want to say opportunity, but they're going to get equal treatment of their vehicle getting cleaned, because that's their transportation. They get A to B. They need transportation to sustain themselves. They get to work, groceries, medical transportation, what have you. It is vital and important. So, and on the backside of that, I also want to say that uh, I've been a licensed mechanic for over 33 years now. And so when I say I can take tires off and I do a little extra stuff on the vehicles, it's because I do have that and I do have the tools. So I know how to, taking the wheels off, torquing them back on to specs, having the right uh, sockets for those nice finished aluminum wheels and such. I got special sockets for those. Those aren't just something I'm getting down at Harbor Freight and just slapping together on there. But I just wanted to give a little background on that. So if you have questions, throw them in the comments. Ask away. I would be more than happy to answer. And if I don't have the answer, I will tell you that, and I will seek the answer out, so both of us are then better educated on something I may not know. Until next time, folks, stay safe out there and start enjoying the warm weather coming.